are live. Yes, we are. I'm just going to get myself set up. Do a few bits of things just before it all kicks off. Good evening to anyone that tunes in. We are back at the bench today and we are going to do a bit more prep for buggy racing on Monday. Apologies for last week. We had a storm coming over and the internet cut out and dropped out and I couldn't get it back. So apologies for rather a disruptive stream last week, but all good this week, hopefully. Say hello, let us know where you're calling from. Hello, good evening. Hey, how's it going, Ronan? Good evening, hope you are well. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Always good to know. I'm just bringing up the live stream so I can see your questions and chat on the computer, and then we will get some work underway. What do you think of the TG Racing 24 scale drift truck I'm building? Looks cool. Yeah, thank you very much for the pictures. Yeah, be great to see how it goes. From Alaska, wow. What's the weather like in Alaska now? I always think of Alaska as being cold. I mean, but I'm sure it's not. Let us know what it's like. Cool, yeah, excellent. So I've been working on a whole host of things this week. It's been, yeah, pretty interesting week. Just wrapped up another video on the RC jet boats, which has been a lot of fun. We've been thrashing the pants off this, and you will see that in an upcoming video, which I should get out hopefully Saturday or Sunday. Oh, yeah, Saturday or Sunday, so look out for that. I have got some more parts coming for various things. I've got another little box that turned up. I don't live. I'm from Alaska. I live in Richmond, London. Well, there you go. That's quite the change. That is really, really quite a dramatic move. Yeah, amazing. I know Richmond itself quite well. Well, not well, but my wife came from, or used to live up around there, and we used to go to Richmond Park quite often on the bike, which was quite cool. I've seen your RC crawler rolling the RC boat. I gotta say, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot harder than you think, but yeah, this boat it's been really impressive actually. Oh wow, boarding school in London. There you go. Well, welcome to this beautiful country. Yeah, this boat has been a lot of fun. Hello, Billy. Yeah, a lot of fun. It was a little on the slow side. If you guys haven't seen the video already on it, go back and take a look. It was a little on the slow side. We compared it to the WL Toys boat, and yeah, it was a bit of a well, not a disappointment. I kind of knew what it was when I got it, but yeah, it's not anymore. So stay tuned for the new video, which I will be dropping on Saturday or Sunday, as soon as I can just get it uploaded and all the other bits and bobs done. So stay tuned for that. We are going to be working on SCX 30s next. I've got a build which I need to get done. I've got loads of stuff that has come through on those, so I am very excited to get that done. Have you tried a Mini Z boat? No, I haven't, but I kind of have one. I'll grab it. There we go. This is what you're talking about, isn't it? It's a shame it's got no motor in it. I would love to have one with a motor. I can't quite justify butchering this to put a motor in it. They are extremely hard to come by. and I think it's pretty valuable from some of the prices that I've seen them being sold for. So I haven't quite bought myself to put it in the water and take it out of the box. Luckily I didn't have to pay that much for it, but it would certainly be fun. If I could find a used one, I would be very keen to have a bit of a play. My son was actually talking about trying to build something like this to have a bit of a race around, so maybe that could be on the cards. Perhaps if we could find a 3D printed one or something like that, or maybe even design one on the printer, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would be very keen to do that. Hi Jim, hello, let us know where you're calling from, watching from. Why do I always say calling? No one's calling anyone. Let us know where you're watching from. It's always great to know. My dad wants to set up our pool this year, and we also own an RC boat. It's a mini yacht style boat. Nothing fast or hard to use, but if I get an RC boat or a micro boat, what would you recommend? Well, I would highly recommend both. The WL Toys has been a lot of fun. The WL Toys 917. Hello, Kian. Oh, sorry, computer gone there. Hello, good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. I would recommend the WL Toys. This one here, you've got to laugh when you hear the name. Sea God 6. I can't remember the brand name, but if you search that, you'll come up with this. They're like $35. You pop a 2S LiPo in this on a separate ESC, and it is a lot of fun. Perfect for racing around a pool. You pop a 3S LiPo into it, and then you have some serious fun. Take a look at the previous video. All the links to those boats are, they should have been in there. I hope I didn't forget to put them on there. So yeah, the links to those boats are on there. A lot of fun. The yachts though are also a lot of fun. If you want to do a bit of sort of competitive racing, the sailing side of things on a pool can be a lot of fun. I could recommend, if it's a very small pool, look at the footy designs, 3D printed boats. They are 12 inches long. You can mock them up and build them at home pretty easily if you've got a 3D printer, and huge amount of fun, great fun racing a couple of them with your friends. I've built loads over the years, and yeah, we've had a great time with them. So yeah, footy class RC yacht, search something like that on Thingiverse and you will find loads. But yeah, that is that. But yeah, mini Zeds, I would be really keen to have a bit of a play on those if I could get one that was used, but they just don't come up very often. And as I say, this hasn't got anything with it, so a bit stuck there. We had some more stuff come in the week. I've got these little AM32 ESCs. Hello, Jim from Brighton. Wow, very local. Amazing. Cool, welcome. If you ever get time, pop along and see us down at the racetrack. You're more than welcome to come say hi, take a look at what we do down there. If you are into RC, then it's a friendly bunch of people. We have a great time, and yeah, it's all good. I've seen one of Kevin Talbot's owns. His might either be nitro or brushless. There's the same style speedboat you got, except it has an EDF and a full metal cage. These are jet boats. There is no propeller on them. Well, there is a propeller. It's inside the tube there. So yeah, they are what you will call a jet boat. Exactly the same as what Kevin Talbot has. He's had a couple of them. He's had some pretty cool ones actually. The latest one was the Projet Sprint Jet, something like that. It's about $500, $600. I can't afford that. So we bought these, $35. Really can't complain about them. For the money, they are absolutely fantastic. Me and my son have had a huge amount of fun with these over the last couple of weeks. Yeah, buy one, have a blast. Tonight, no, I was on to these. So the steering comes through the jet nozzle here. There's a little servo arm there, and that just bends and it redirects the water in whatever direction you're going. It can turn on a sixpence, so yeah, don't have to worry about that. Perfect for small spaces. Anyway, these little ESCs, the AM32s. I've actually been running the jet boat on an AM32. I'm kind of starting to get the hang of program. Yeah, loosely. I'm starting to maybe learn how to program them. Not really, but they seem to be working. So yeah, I bought another couple of them. This is the smallest little one that I could find, a Nano AM32 by Fox Air. So that's going to go into SCX30 build, which I am just literally going to be starting in the next day or two. I need to work on the buggy tonight though, so I'm going to be cracking on with that. I have, obviously we had issues with all of the parts that we used in the previous video. We're going to have to get rid of quite a few of those unfortunately tonight, but I have been working on a new motor mount, so I've got that now sorted. Hopefully that now means that the motor won't hit the transmission, which should be great. And then yeah, we're going to get rid of the arms, keep the hubs maybe, but yeah, should all be good. So I'm going to start working on that. If you've got any questions, anyone, please drop us down. Please drop them down in the comments. Yeah, I think we've got a spammer on board. I'm not gonna bother deleting the comments unless they are particularly bad. It just wastes my time, and let them waste theirs instead. So yeah, you can just kind of ignore those people. But it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, any questions, please drop them down in the comments. If you are new to the channel, new to the live stream, welcome. Always good to hear from you all and keep in contact. Got some new stuff coming this week, maybe next week. I think it's left. I'm coming along. Gym Monday with my lossy buggy for the first time. Okay, that's making sense now. Apologies, I didn't pick up on that. It's booking in has been going absolutely ballistic today and yesterday. There we go. Recognize the name now. There you go. Yeah, booking in was going absolutely crazy. We're down to 2 spaces left for Monday, so I expect we will sell out on racing for buggy racing on Monday, which is great to see so many keen people to race. Jim, this hopefully will be the car that I'll be racing. We will see how it goes tonight. Yeah, anyone got any questions? Let us know. Question for tonight. I did think of one, but I've forgotten it, so bear with me. It might come back. What was I saying? Yeah, been chatting to a few companies over the last week, which has been quite interesting. Don't know if any of them are going to pop onto the live stream tonight. Maybe they will. Can't share too much with you, but should be pretty exciting. There is a new release on the way, and I'm hoping I will have it fairly soon. You guys will be the first to know, and may well be a fairly exclusive thing. How do I become one of your top contributors? Oh, I don't particularly know. I don't know. I'm new to. I'm learning. I'm learning, guys. I have just set up channel memberships. I don't expect anyone to become a channel member, but if you do wish to become a channel member and support the channel, I'm not offering anything really for it, but if you do want to support the channel, then it is obviously very much appreciated. You can do the channel membership. There is 2 different levels. One I think is $2.99 and the other one was like $3.99 or $4.99 or something like that. And you are all more than welcome to do that. It will obviously help support the channel, and all the money goes straight back into the channel. Obviously I'm spending way more money doing this than I am making, but I'm enjoying it, and it's great to help people out and yeah, get lots of feedback and, you know, all of that good stuff. So if you support me, I in turn will hopefully support you guys and bring you more content as soon as I can, and honest content as well. There's so many channels out there that are, you know, slightly biased, shall we say. I'm definitely not one of those type of people. I give you my honest truth, and honest opinions, as always. So that often doesn't go down too well with some of the brands, but I'm not going to be telling anyone any fibs. It's not in my blood. So yeah, there you go. Right, we are slowly dismantling the car. We're going to have to take off these front arms, lose those unfortunately. I've just removed the hubs. They, I think, should be all right, and hopefully we can reuse those. Same with the hexes. They were a nice little addition, so hopefully that part should all be fine. Unfortunately, we're going to have to lose the arms and all this front bulkhead and switch that back to stock. I have also been chatting to another brand. Hopefully we have got some more upgrades for this on the way. I know a few of you were online. I think it was 2 weeks ago I was chatting to them on here, and we had some sort of interesting conversation. I'd love to hear if they do come back online, if they come online onto the stream tonight. Hi Amelia, go vegan for the animals. Thank you very much. I like my chocolate and cheese too much for going vegan, I'm afraid, so no point promoting that to me. Yeah, so hopefully we do have some more parts coming for the Ultimate Lossy Micro build on the way. I believe they're on the way. I haven't had any updates from them yet, but fingers crossed we will be able to make some more progress on this project soon. Any questions from anyone that has just joined us? Welcome as well. You are watching SMRC Live. I'm planning to use literally everything from my spec B, hobby, gyro, SCX24 bodyworks. Yeah, SCX24 body on a drift car. Yeah, that's an interesting question. What wheelbase? I don't know what wheelbase are those sort of 1/24th scale drift cars. Could be onto something there. Could be onto something. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Looking forward to hearing about that. If anyone else has got any other builds, feel free to pop us a message on YouTube. I discovered a new part of YouTube on the channel. Viewer posts under. I don't know. I'm just checking. I'm just going to YouTube. It's under community, I had some people send. I didn't know that you guys could actually send in pictures and stuff. Not quite sure how they did it on their side. It took me a while to figure out how to reply to it even on my side. But somewhere around on the channel there is a community, and I don't know. Let us know if you find it. But there's a community, and you can add videos and can you add videos? I don't know if you can add videos. I think you can definitely add pictures and stuff like that. So always really interesting to see those. Someone posted up about a track they built, which was really cool to see. And I had a few other questions and stuff. And as always, I will always try my best to reply to those. Yeah, here it is, community. I don't know quite how you actually post to it, but yeah, please feel free to use that. Probably easier than doing the whole Instagram thing. I don't go on Instagram terribly often, so yeah. Right, back to the live stream. I'm just checking up. I did see a post someone wanted to drift car with some basic 28 scale wheels that is only four-wheel drive, that is making it drive completely different than rear-wheel drive. Yeah. I don't know a huge amount of drift cars. What is that in my hand, Brian? This is a Lossy Micro B, one that we've been modifying, and well, we are having to go a little bit backwards. Unfortunately, some of the parts that we used were a little on the weak side and started bending. So yeah, we're going backwards. It was showing a lot of promise, but as I say, unfortunately, the hubs and the caster blocks started to bend. So gonna have to revisit this, and we're trying to get it back racing and in ship shape for Monday. Monday race night at the club that I run. So just trying to do a bit of work on that. It does look great at the moment. It won't do fairly shortly. I have mine completely stock still. Nothing wrong with a stock Lossy Micro B. They are fantastic little cars. I still swear they are one of the best. Oh, I'm going to have to completely strip this down. I still think that they are one of the best little cars that you can buy for the money. Great way into RC, great way into racing. There's only one real thing that I think lets them down, and that's the charger. It's the only thing that really lets them down. They just need to put a half decent, well, not even half decent, a charger that doesn't destroy the battery so easily, and I suppose sort out the low voltage cutoff. But other than that, they are I think they're pretty much one of the best RCs that you can buy for the money. Right, we are taking this all apart. If anyone has got any questions regarding anything, please pop them down in the comments. Welcome to the channel if you are new to us. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and I really appreciate it. It takes a huge amount of time and work for creating all these videos, and yeah, all of those subscriptions help the old algorithm and mean that it pushes all of the video and content out a little bit more, and hopefully brings in a little bit more money for the channel, and it means that we can do more exciting and fun things. Thank you very much. I'll check it out later. Thank you very much for sending that. Yeah, there you go. Hope everyone has had a good week. Sorry, message come through. Hope everyone's had a good week. My week has been a bit of a mixture. I had racing on Monday night, Mini Z racing, which was a lot of fun. I went model yacht racing yesterday, which was really good. I managed to squeak away from work just for a little bit. Yeah, it's flown by. We are, Thursday already. Yeah, it has flown by, hasn't it? Friday tomorrow. Got some crawler action planned for the weekend. Should be fun. Starting to build a rally track, RC rally track, so that should be really fun. I'll try and do some videos and stuff on that as well fairly soon. But yeah, hope everyone else is having a good week. I have... My brain's gone. Buggy stuff, that's what I need. Good evening everyone, hello, welcome to the channel. That is everyone that has just joined us. If you're new to the channel, this is the home of Micro RC racing in the UK. I run a 1/24 and 1/28 scale RC club here near Brighton on the south coast, where we have a lot of fun on a Monday night, racing micro buggies and on-road mini Zs. We are doing a little work on the bench tonight, doing a few repairs and whatnot. Hope everyone has had a good week. If you just tuned in and joined us, please let us know where you're watching from. Love to hear from all you guys. It's really does keep me going, hearing all the comments and questions. I love it, yeah, does make it feel worthwhile. Right, I am just trying to figure out. Probably should have kept all the screws for this a bit more organised, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it back out again. He says. In case you ever check out some Micro RC drift racing, I'll send you the same chassis I've got. Yeah, I have seen that chassis. I have been very close on a number of occasions to ordering one. I probably would have ordered one sooner, or would have ordered one by now, but I've had so much on over the last couple of months with various builds and getting all of this done. I haven't. I was hoping to get some electronics sent through by a company, but they haven't arrived. I was going to. That was kind of going to be a way to get it done. Trying to do all the electrics and stuff is a lot of money. But yeah, it will happen. I will do a drift build. I'm keen to do it. I've got the Mini Z drift cars. AE28 RC drift chassis. AE20 BM. There is a BMR X Pro and an AE28 RC drift. An AE as in associated AE28? Sorry, bear with me. I'm going to look this up because it sounds interesting. Ah, the BMR, yes, I have seen the BMR, and that is very much on my radar. I would be very keen to get hold of one of those. I haven't yet. With summer coming up, it might wait around till the winter again now. just because we'll be outdoors doing crawlers and all that sort of lot. But yeah, definitely on my radar. The TG chassis is also very much on my radar. So yeah, we'll just have to see how things go. I've spent quite a lot of money recently on all of this lot, so need to try and save a little. Trying to buy a new van as well. The van is very much dying on me, so got some big bills on their way, so having to be a little bit careful at the moment. Right, we are starting to get this car back together. I have got the front end back on, which is shimmed already. Luckily I had all the shims in there. I've got a 0.1 or a 0.2 millimeter shim just in the, you won't be able to see it, but it's in there, which just takes out a little bit of the slop. I don't think I've got anywhere else at the moment. We'll have a little look in a second, see if there's anything else that we can do. There is a little more play in those than is ideal, really. We could have a little look at trying to sort this out. Yeah, very well. Yeah, I don't have around here many places that I can drift outdoors. We're out in the countryside here, lots of mud and not very smooth places to go. Yeah, it's a bit tricky drifting around here, which is why I've not really ever got into them. There is a 10th scale club around not too far from here. Can't remember what night they operate on, but I have been keeping an eye on those. But 10th scale drifting is another whole new level as well. So something I would love to do if I ever get the time. I live out here in a remote area of Alaska on the Yukon. Not very many places to drive around here unless I create my own type of tracks. Got to be some good crawling out in Alaska. Got to be, hasn't there? And then the snow. I mean, that's a whole new area of RC that I would be pretty excited to play in. I'm going to try with this. One of the things that gets me with these buggies is that it's sort of central hub here. There's a lot of play in this sort of central. I've forgotten what it's called. Part here. I'm going to try and drop a tiny bit of glue onto this just to try and take out a bit of that slop. See if it works. There are lots of rocks and boulders where I live. Yeah, I know what you mean. It can be types of rock can be a bit of a pain. You know, you got to have the right type of rock to crawl on. But you can normally work with it. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of playing around. Those little SCX 30s, even those, it's just finding the right scale of vehicle for the type of rocks that you've got to deal with. But you can normally find something to work with the crawler. A huge amount, or just trail driving with the crawlers. Yeah, otherwise, what else is... if you've got the space, build a track. It's not the first time I've done it. I've built a lot of tracks in my lifetime, and it doesn't take a huge amount of work, and it's a lot of fun. I think I enjoy building the tracks as much as I do driving the cars. Don't know if this is going to work. No, it's not. Okay. I had a plan and it's not working. What's the real difference between the SCX 30 and the SCX 24? Well, the real difference is obviously the size. The SCX 30s are tiny compared to the 24s. Here you go, here's an SCX30. There you go, SCX30, SCX24. Huge difference. Yeah, there you go. They have a completely new style transmission, which makes them pretty good. They come rather top heavy, but incidentally, I have got a little bit of a surprise, which we might open a little later. Not a surprise. Something that I bought in the week. I was naughty. The wife doesn't know. My son doesn't even know yet. Right, I'm putting this back together. I don't know if my idea is going to work out. Trying to take a little bit more slop out of this whole system. I don't know if it's paid off. Nah, it's not really helped a huge amount. I used to have an SCX24C10 in grey. My friend bought it off me for the first time since then. I wasn't really a crawler person, but I did enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't think I was a crawler person until I got into it, and then I absolutely loved it. It's kind of weird. I got into crawling over lockdown back in 2019, 2020. I think a lot of people got into, or back into RC cars, or into RC cars over lockdown. And yeah, as I said, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, but I did. And now my son enjoys it just as much. So if you haven't tried RC crawlers, I highly recommend giving it a go. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of super glue just inside these front center hubs. I'm wondering whether you could almost have a grub screw in. Wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. I'm wondering whether we could put a small screw into the bottom here, and then that would actually lock that center pin in place. Could even put a little flat on it and potentially take out some of the slot. So if we can fix this pin, there's no reason for the arms to be pivoting both on the pin and in the center of here. So I'm thinking if we perhaps, this could be quite interesting. It's not something I'm going to do right now, but something that I'm definitely going to look into. Putting a screw into the top here. The problem is I've got shims in there. I've got shims in there which take out the forwards and backwards, but the problem is with the pin. Now the glue has helped a bit. The problem is the pin is moving inside of this center. I forget what it's called. Center part. And there's no need for the pin to actually move in that center part. The arms are pivoting on the pin at either end. So if we can actually lock those pins into place, that should take out some slot. And improve it. So there's someone I'll speak to about that. See if we can work something out. Anyway, we are back onto assembly. What do we need to do next? Steering rack. Now this Raccoon Heli steering rack, been very impressed with actually. It says just checking it over. Cool, it hasn't gone and bent as well, has it? It has. Jeez, all of this stuff has been bending. So annoying. I'm still going to use it. I don't think the bend in it's going to have made much difference. But the yeah, these bearings on this RKH steering rack, really good. Very little slop there. So the little arms have just bent a tiny amount, but I don't think the way that they've bent, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Cool. Yeah, let us know. I'm keen to hear about this drifter. Right. I have also been working on the Spec B for anyone interested. But I don't think we'll go into that tonight. Can't remember what we were talking about last week actually, to be honest. Might have been that. Right. Just trying to get this back together. Bear with me. What are you, Jim? What am I doing to the Micro? I take that, it's a typo. Micro B. So if you haven't seen it, I did what was hoping to be the ultimate Micro B build. It started off very promising. I was using a lot of RKH Heli components, which were these ones here. Unfortunately, as you can see, some of them are a little on the thin side, and you have been following. So yeah, so the problem that I was getting with it was these little caster blocks are very thin and they were bending. I mean, I can also, almost like twist them and bend them right here. And I was also bending the rear hubs here. I've straightened them back out again, but the car ran very well indeed for the first race or two, and then things started bending and I bent them back, but it kind of lost its precision by then. So unfortunately we're having to remove quite a lot of those and go back to the stock parts. I do have more parts on the way. So yeah, we're going back to stock arms. Gonna keep the RKH hubs. They've got bearings in them, which is quite nice. We've got the aluminium hexes on there, which makes changing wheels a lot easier. So yeah, we use those. We'll go back to stock hubs, keeping obviously the upgrade RC shocks. They're really nice. Yeah, so just trying to get this really back together for Monday, when we've got racing again. Trying to not leave it to the last minute, which is normally what happens. Welcome to anyone that has just joined us. If you are new on the channel or have just tuned in, please say hi and let us know where you're watching from. What would be the benefit to aluminium arms? There is no The benefit to these ones were the precision. That was the only reason that I used them. I wouldn't normally, and I did say to them when I first got them, I'm not really into that whole aluminium thing. It doesn't really do it for me. But the one benefit, and it was quite a huge benefit, and that was the reduced slop in all of the pivot points. They're all ball raced. All behind each of these is a small bearing, and there's just like no slop. They're just absolutely rigid, which was the main thing. And when I drove it for the first time, it performed absolutely amazingly. It handled, yeah, like a different car. So much more precise. It really was pretty amazing. But unfortunately, I had the screws. If you've seen the video, if you haven't, go back and watch it. But basically, the screws were coming loose the whole time. Tried Loctiting them, and I just couldn't get them to stay in. The C hubs here were bending very easily, and by the time I'd straightened them out a few times, it was yeah, it lost all its geometry. It was just way out. And likewise with the rear hubs, those were bending. You can literally bend these things like that. They're so soft, and again they bent quite a few times while on the track. Once just literally going up to the start line, someone knocked into the back of me and hit one of the wheels and threw it all out, and can't obviously have that in a buggy race. So yeah, unfortunately we're having to take a lot of these parts off, which is a bit of a shame. I have tried to contact RKH regarding the issues, and I did so way before my previous video came out, but I've not heard anything back. They've gone a bit quiet, so I hope everything's all right with them. But yeah, a bit of a shame. They're like 95% there on the parts. They just need a tiny bit more material in a few places, and I think that'll be really good. Likewise, I think they'll be even better if they were in plastic. I'd love someone to come out with some machined plastic ones. Yeah, I'm not even sure that it's the quality of the aluminium. It's that, I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's this tiny little, can't quite show it to you, right in here, it's such a tiny little, it's got to be no more than 1.5 mil, 2 mil tops square. It's very thin. I think if that had just, you know, filleted out down to the corners, I think it would have been fine. But yeah, as I say, I have mentioned all of this stuff to them, but they haven't got back to me. I tried contacting them 3-4 times and nothing, so a bit of a shame. And likewise again with the C hubs, they're just so wafer thin. They sent me another type of C hub. They actually sent me, what ones are these? They actually sent me some more rear hubs as well, that should work with the stock ones, but they're the same design, super thin. All of their stuff is super slimmed down, which is great because it's so light. If you go back to the previous video, the whole car came out only 8 grams heavier with all of those aluminium parts. It came out 8 grams heavier than a stock car, which, considering it's got brushless motor, brushless ESC, upgraded servo, upgraded shocks, upgraded everything, was amazing. I couldn't really believe it. But yeah, these were the other C hubs that they sent. There's probably even less material on these. certainly not a huge amount more. And yeah, I'm not going to waste another night running them, so unfortunately. Are you running a stock body on your Micro B? I have the J Concepts and it's supposed to be LCG, but it's actually taller than the stock body. Now I do have actually have a J Concepts body right here. I've not got around to painting it yet. I was trying to find someone that would paint it for me, but none of the local painters, or at least the one favourite one that I wanted to paint it, said they wouldn't because it's too small. Just trying to find a body to compare it to. I don't know what I've done with my buggy body. Oh, here we go. Is it higher or is it lower? This particular one. Yeah, it's higher. It's about 2 mil. Oh well, it is about. Depends how you hold it. If you put the bottom line on with if you put the bottom cut line with the bottom of the body, it's definitely higher. But if you put the top of the roof and the sort of mounting point, well, you can't. Yeah, it's borderline. It's certainly not really much lower. So I'm just going to bring the questions up on the computer so it's easy to read. Yes, Jim. Yeah, the cables are long, which is why we always shorten them. Always do a good cable tidy up on the Micro Bs. It's very easy to do, and there is a video on it. Go on the Lossy Micro B, what's it called? Playlist. And there is a video on how to do the whole wiring tidy up. That is what a Lossy Micro B should have looked like when it came out the factory. They chose to add a heap load more stuff. The basics of it are that we hardwire the servo directly to the ESC. So chop off the plug and hardwire the servo to the ESC, and then at the same time we wire the transponder onto the servo terminals, so we get power to our transponder. You can then shorten your motor wire down. You can get rid of that big ferrite ring, solder, and then shorten the cable directly up to the motor. That tidies up that, and then by the time you've done that, I think you're pretty much there, and that's pretty much all there is to it, really. Makes it a whole load cleaner, and gets rid of a load of weight as well. All of the little bits soon add up on these, so well worth doing, and very simple to do. Pretty simple to do. So yeah. That is my recommendations. As I say, there is a video on my channel. Go take a look. X, is anyone running a Spec B against the Micro B in your races? Yes, there is. Well, I say Spec B. They were running the Microbe, which is a Spec B with a slightly different chassis and body, still made by Hobby Plus. Yes, they were running it, and you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I'm putting 90% of it down to the driver, but they did actually win the previous buggy race 2 weeks ago. We had 2 new drivers. They're 10th scale drivers, and they came along and they whipped our asses with their box fresh microbes. So if the question is, can a Spec B beat a Micro B, the answer is yes, it can in stock form. straight out of the box, it can be faster. So there you go. Heard it here first. Right, I need to get on with doing a bit of work on this. I do love all the questions and stuff, so keep them coming in. Gives me something to yap on about. But yeah, got some Spec B stuff coming along the way. If anyone has got a Spec B, stay tuned. Did I cover? Did any of you guys? Did I do anything on the Spec B last week? Because I did a whole load of work on it. Did a whole load of filming on it, and unfortunately, I went to race it on 2 weeks ago. Had a few more issues, unfortunately, but hopefully all of those are sorted now. But I can go through a few of it. My Spec B is sat right there, and it's looking a lot better than it did. If anyone is Spec B orientated, I can sure as go through that. Could have done with a drink. Should have got myself a drink. Should have got myself some snacks as well. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Right. So the reason that I had to take a lot of these parts off, and I haven't been able to use more of them, is that like the C hubs and stuff were all designed around having screws that go into them versus the sort of pins that the standard ones go. So that's kind of why I've had to take those off. But hoping to get at least these C hubs back on. Welcome to anyone that has just joined us. Good evening. Hope you are well. Hope you're having a good week. Let us know where you're watching from if you have just tuned in. Always love to hear from you. If any of you guys watching haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It costs you absolutely nothing and it does wonders for the algorithm. Thoughts on the Micro T? I hear they're more fun to drive. MX, I love my Micro T, and I've actually been racing it quite a bit recently. I love the Micro T. I think exactly right. I think it is more fun to drive. It jumps phenomenally well. No, the Micro T is still two-wheel drive. It's exactly the same as the Micro B. I've got one, I'll grab it in just a second. It's exactly the same as the Micro B. However, it just has bigger tyres on the front and a shorter chassis. There you go. These hubs are going on absolutely fine, and very slop free. The stock C hubs are terrible though. Right, I've got a hidden message in it. See what it was. Apologies. Micro. Actually, we need to change the tyres. So here you go, Micro T versus Micro B. So there you go, that is the difference, roughly. So I can't remember the exact measurements, but you're probably looking at about 20 mil longer, 25, 30 mil longer, something like that. Definitely having the body on hinges is very helpful. Makes life pretty easy. Same wiring tidy up on there. The trick with the Micro T's is to lower them down as much as you can. I don't think I've done it yet. I keep on meaning to putting my lowered shock tower onto Thingiverse. I think Vast are gonna start doing a lowered shock tower. I asked them to, so keep an eye on there. I'll let you know if there is one that comes out. But it is a lot of fun. Have a play with this on Monday if you want. Yeah, I love it. It goes around the track. So it takes, the thing about the T is it takes a completely different line to the B. You can take corners way tighter. You have to go slower, but way tighter. So given the right opportunity, they're good for overtaking. Where the buggies tend to push a bit wider, you can really get in tight with these, and yeah, a lot of fun. Give one a try. It was a tough decision when I bought my B. Just love the style of the buggies. Yeah, personal preference, isn't it? Really. No, I don't know why all of your messages are getting blocked. Where was it? It was on. Do I own a Mini B? I don't own one, but I've driven one. My brother had a couple of them. His children had a couple of them, and he lent one to me for a while. I did drive it. A lot of fun. I would have loved. I looked into running. It was one of the options when I started up buggy racing. It was one of the options that I would have preferred to have run. But they were just too big for the haul that we have, so I went with the micros. Maybe in time, should we ever get to the state where I can get a bigger haul, then I would like to run the minis. They're great cars. I think the minis are very big out in America. I don't think they really ever took off over here, but yeah. I would like to. The buggies look cooler in my opinion. I don't know. I'm a buggy guy, but I kind of like the trucks. The trucks look cool going around the track. It floats. It floats in the air over the jumps so well. Yeah, I love the trucks. I'm not a truck person, but I love the trucks. Both are incredible, as you say quite rightly. The performance, I keep on banging on about it, I know, but the performance of them is great. How long have I been into RC? Well, a long time. I'm not going to give away my age, but probably it's got to be 35 years or more. So yeah, I've been playing around with it for a little while. We do all sorts of stuff here, and it's not just cars, boats, planes. I used to do a lot of planes and gliders when I was younger. Kind of grew up mostly on that. As a child, I did a lot of cars. Mini stock racing, Tamiya lunchboxes, all that sort of fun stuff that we did back in the 80s. And then, yeah, into gliders and flying a lot. Helicopters, I've done a stint doing indoor electric helicopters. And then got back into buggies back in 2019, I think. No, probably before that, 2018, I think I got back into 10th scale buggy racing, and been doing it pretty solidly ever since. Yeah, I thought it was, I got back into it just before my son was born, and I thought it would be a cool thing to do together, me and him, when he got older, and it sure has been. We have a huge amount of fun together. So, yeah, go. Bit of a story. Right, just pop in a few bits back on the car. Do I need to tilt this down a bit so you guys can see? I'm a bit on the bottom of the screen. I started late. I got my first RC last January. It was a Harvey 6S. Wow, that's a very nice car to start with. It was way too much power, and I don't use it much. I ended up liking the mini stuff more. I can imagine. Is the 6S one the huge one? I saw. Is it like an X-Max size? I hadn't seen one until fairly recently, and I was absolutely blown away by it. It was massive. I'd love some of those bigger stuff, but I just can't afford it. Maybe when I'm a YouTube superstar, I'll be able to buy some. Not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, I love all forms of RC. I've got nothing against anything. I'd do it all if I had the money. But at the moment, I've really been enjoying the micro stuff because of the amount of money that racing can end up costing doing the larger scales. The micro stuff has been a bit of a saviour, really. Being able to get the same pleasure of racing for almost no cost. The costs of racing these buggies is so minimal. It really is pretty epic. Right, putting this back together, just trying to remember what screws I use. Half of them were in the box here. Kind of just dumped them all in once I'd got it built, hoping that I was never going to have to take it apart again. But it's ended up coming apart a lot sooner than I hoped. I'm keen to see whether I've managed to sort the motor situation out. There we go. I'm going to use this one. Good evening to anyone that has just tuned in. Welcome. We are on this live stream tonight. I don't know quite for how much longer. I'm waiting for the wife to come back in through the door. She's been at work rather late tonight. So probably got another hour or so. Try and get a bit more of this done. Any questions, please pop them down in the comments. As always, love to hear from all you guys. We're just doing a bit of work on the Micro B tonight. And I feel like I probably in a second should open this box that's been sitting underneath my desk for the last 2 days. It's not going to be that exciting, but it was something I didn't want to buy it, but I did want to buy it. Of course I wanted to buy it, but they've been out of stock everywhere, and it's not looking like they're coming back in stock until like June sometime. So when I heard there was one available, I kind of jumped on it, and yeah, I'm quite keen to have another one. Yeah. Right, stuff is going back together. It's all feeling pretty good. Right, let's get these on the... Oh, MX, thank you so much. That is really, really appreciated. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for the $5. Absolutely blown away by that. I think that is my first ever super chat. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you have found enough enjoyment on here to feel like doing that. I'm absolutely blown away. Thank you so much. That has made my week. Yeah, definitely has. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, MX. Really, really appreciated. Always need an unopened box to look forward to. I have a mini lunchbox. Oh, MX, don't, like, I've just yeah, so appreciated. Thank you so much. Gareth, I always needed an unopened box to look forward to. I have a mini lunchbox sitting under mine waiting to be built. Now, is that, because I've been looking into these, is that the non-RC Tamiya Lunchbox Junior? Because I've been looking at those. I've been looking at those for SCX30 builds. Is it time to get this box out? Let us know in the comments. Should we open this box? Should definitely do it before the wife gets back. That's a yo, I'm back. I love to micro Spec B. Cool, nice. Spec B is a great cars. I actually took my Spec B to the skate park with my son. I've been chatting to the guys at Hobby Plus, Scott at Hobby Plus, super nice chap. I've been chatting to him this week for various reasons, and he told me I need to take it to the skate park and try and bash the hell out of it. So that's exactly what I did. It was a little hard. They're not the fastest of things for a skate park, but we tried to bash it, and it was a lot of fun. It did some pretty good stuff. It didn't even scratch it. It held together, nothing broke on it, and I tried to destroy it, but I just can't. They're so well built. So yeah, going to be doing quite a bit more work on this hopefully soon. Well, there's going to be more content on Spec B hopefully quite soon, so stay tuned for that. Right, let's catch up on these. Thoughts on the new team associated RC1024? It looks cool, but also really cheap. RC1024, it's a controversial one, isn't it? We haven't really done much chatting on that. It's a car I would like to have, but as the same with everyone, it's rather expensive. But I'm not saying that it's overpriced. It's just expensive. I think the pricing on it is where it needs to be, really. I don't think they've got it wrong either. I think they've sold a lot of them, from what I hear from the shops. So I don't think they've got it wrong at all. It's just, it adds up. It's not a ready. Apologies. It's not a ready to run. It's a kit. I think the whole thing that makes it look cheap, I think, is just those white plastics, which is obviously the nod to the nostalgic side of it, but yeah, it does make it look a little cheap. There was that NSC Designs, N something Designs one, which was like a 3D printed kind of nod to the RC10, which was in white as well, white 3D printed plastic, which I think kind of affected the thought pattern on it all. But yeah, as I say, I'd love one. I've been looking around to try and see some running footage of them, but I haven't seen any. I've tried to get hold of one. I've tried to speak to Associated to see if they would send me one to review and do a build, but I haven't heard a word back from them. I'm not really that surprised, but it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, $240 for it. Is it expensive? Is it expensive? It is if you compare it to the Micro B and the Spec B and all of those other ones. But if you compare it to like the RC28 on-road platform, it's the same price. If you compare it to any other 28 scale friction shocks, does it? No, it's got oil. Surely it's got oil shocks. I'll have a look now. RC10. Oh, you might be looking at the wrong one. Monoclinical Classic. Be careful you don't look at the wrong one, because there is the other cheaper version. No, it says coil over, aluminium coil over, fluid filled, yeah, gold anodized aluminium coil over shocks. No, the 24 model 24, what do they call it? RC10 model 24 something or other, don't they? Classic. It has oil filled shocks. Yeah, it has oil-filled shocks. There is the other RC10, the toy one, where is it? Apologies, I'm looking at the computer as well. There's the cheaper version, isn't there? The Zoom, RC28 Zoom, that's not even worth looking at. Yeah, there you go, Gareth's on it. I find it really crazy when these companies use so many names that are so similar and whatnot. It makes it so hard to understand what's what. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think $240 is that bad. I mean, it is a lot of money, but when you compare it to like our on-road cars, which come in kit form and have everything, like this chassis, this is like a $400 chassis, and there's not that much more on there. I mean, the precision of the thing with the small stuff is that it has to be made with a lot more precision, and that's what costs the money. To have parts machined down to a very tight tolerance, which I'm not saying that the AE is going to be anything close to what this is, but scale really doesn't kind of factor in. The material costs is not really what drives the price. It's the precision and everything like that. So you're right. The one, yeah. What car is this? This is a It's back to front on the screen for me, but I think you guys have got it the right way around. It's a Reflex Racing RX28. It's an on-road car, obviously. 1/28 scale. Like a Mini Z, but with all the bells and whistles. Apologies, it's really dirty. I was racing it on Monday. Reflex Racing is the brand. They are a sort of boutique on-road chassis. Probably, I don't think I have to even question it. I think they are the best quality RC car that I have certainly ever seen, and I don't think you really have to even question it. I don't think there probably is another higher quality RC, higher quality built and made and machined RC car out there. They pay such fine attention to the detail of these things. It's absolutely amazing, but they are incredibly expensive. It's $450 just for the chassis, and then you've got the ESC and the servo and everything else like that. But what I would say about it is it works out of the box absolutely phenomenally. I haven't added a single upgraded part to it, and you just don't really have to. The only thing that I've replaced on this in 3 years is the tyres and the spur gear, because I wore them out. They are an absolutely, and they drive absolutely amazingly. I really can't say a bad word about them, other than I've been trying to get in contact with them regarding trying to do some more videos with them, and they haven't even replied to any of my emails, which is a bit of a shame. But that said, there are other brands out there. You don't have to spend this much money. AE do the RC28 sort of version, which is a very good car as well. Not quite on the same level, but if you ever want to get into on-road racing with Mini Zs, look at the RC28. There are also 3D printed ones as well, which is a great way to get into. Well, I say it's a great way to. We'll get into. We'll talk about that another time. Yeah, Reflex Racing. If you ever want to see a fantastically made or put together car, build one of their kits. You do have to take out a mortgage to do it, but it is, when you put it together. I was so nervous about buying this, and I bought it 3 years ago, and it's still going. I would love to upgrade it to their new one, but I just can't justify it. When you put it together, you're like, yeah, that's why it costs so much, and you can really see it. So yeah, if you appreciate good engineering, you will appreciate Reflex Racing. But yeah, great car. Right, carrying on going with this while we can. I've got a little bit more time left. As soon as the wife comes in, I'm probably going to go say hello to her. MX, am I into RC crawling? Yeah, you could say. I've got rather a few crawlers. I mean, I think you might have just missed it. I've got 2 right beside me. We've got pretty much all the scales. Well, up to 10th scale. We've got the little ones. We've got the medium-sized ones, and over there we got some of the big ones. So yeah, I'm going to do a few more videos on the RC crawlers. I'm kind of working on well, it was something that, again, we worked on in lockdown. It was a place that I called Muddy Nuts, and if you go on YouTube and Google Muddy Nuts, you'll see a load of videos on it, not by me, by someone else. We created this whole we created this whole crawler coursey parky thing on some land I own, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm trying to kind of bring it back. It was really popular. I put a lot of money into it, but I couldn't get any money back from anyone to help me support it and keep it running. So yeah, it kind of got neglected for the past 4 years, and it kind of died. But me and my son have kind of, well, over the last year or two, got back into the crawlers, and we're kind of starting with a friend, a couple of friends. Don't know if that friend is online at the moment, but we're trying to sort of revive it a little bit. So I'm going to try and do a few videos on it and show you guys what's going. I want to introduce a few new things to it as well. I've got a dream of building it into a whole big RC park there, but whether that will ever take off, I don't know. Yeah, so I can't do it any longer. Here you go. There we go, that's what we're waiting to open. MX, thoughts on Enduro parts in general? Pretty good. I don't think you can go too far wrong with them. Are they the best? No. Are they very good value for money? Yes. Are they the cheap and rubbish? No. Do you sometimes get issues with them? Yes, but they are very they are amazing customer service. Endura, you just pop them a message and they reply quickly and send you spare parts if it break, or fix any issues so quickly. I've obviously been kind of working with them for the past 6 or 8 months, and they've been absolutely fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because they send me a lot of free parts, which is absolutely amazing, but all they ask from me is honest opinions and feedback, which I always give to them, and they are always very receptive of that, and they obviously pass on that feedback to their design team to hopefully improve things. Yeah, I know they're a Chinese company, but there's nothing that I can complain about them. As I say, they're not the best parts in the world, but you're not paying crazy prices either, which is kind of what everyone wants. So yeah, no issues with them at all. So yeah, there you go, Chevy K10. And by the way, I've got enough of their parts. I've got just about every SCX 30 part here, waiting for a build which is coming up. I've got another box right there which is full of SCX 24. I'm trying to get around to this. I've been using it as well. I've been using the Enduro parts for like 5 years now, and it's amazing to see how they've come on as a company. Amazing to see how they've come on as a company and grown and developed their products, but they've always been the same as well. They've always stood up to their products. If you have an issue, they sort it out. Yeah, I know I might sound like, I don't know, I'm not being honest, but that is my honest opinion. Even if I paid for the parts, I would be saying the same thing. I've got no complaints. I'm not going to keep on going over it, keep on banging on about it, but yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with me with it. as I say, they do have issues. Lots of people do have. I don't think they have as many issues as people post on the internet about stuff, because I think a lot of it is user error, and when you're dealing with such small stuff, it's you know, user error is going to come into it. You know, those SCX30s, the parts are so easy, the screws are so small, you're going to get people snapping screws. You do have to be that much more careful. But yeah. Crawler World relaunch with the new 18th, 30th scale. Oh, they're doing a 30 scale. Only track on Sunday the 29th. Sunday the 29th. When's that? Oh, we've got a couple of weeks to that. Maybe. I think I might be free on that weekend. Maybe I'll try and get down. Have to see. It could be fun. Yeah, would make a good video. Yeah, let me see. I'll have a look in the diary. Are you, Gareth, are you going to be there? But anyway, yes. Should we get it open? Put down the wife. It's a bit tricky, this one, because my son will go absolutely bonkers when he knows that I've got this. I haven't told him yet, because as soon as I tell him, the first thing he'll say to my missus is, "Oh, Daddy's got a new car," and then I'll get in trouble. K10 has the best looking wheels. I wish they made beadlocks that size. They do make beadlocks this size. What do you want to... Oh no, hang on. These are different size. Are these a different size wheel? Are these a different size wheel? They look small. Do I need the controller? The beadlock is a 0.7 and the K10 is a lot smaller rim. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't know that. Bigger tire and smaller rim. Incidentally, if you guys haven't seen it yet, it sounds like we've got quite a few crawler people on here. If you didn't see the short, I posted a 30,000 people have seen the short for it, which is cool. But I uploaded to my Colts 3D page this thumb steer, which is super cool. I've got to admit, I impressed myself with this. Maybe it won't come across, but I impressed myself. I'm going to just try and find one. I thought I had a small I can't believe I don't have one. I think I threw them all in the bin. Ah, here they are. Here they are. I threw all the spare ones in the bin. Oh yeah, there you go. So yes, I do have a 3D printer. I couldn't live without one. So yeah, thumb steer. If you guys need thumb steer, feel free to download it. And yeah, print as many as you want. It's on Colts 3D. You can go onto my bio, or go to my shorts, and you'll see the short of it. Give it a like, subscribe, hype, and print as many as you like for yourself, or give them away to your friends. They literally take 30 seconds to put on. All you have to do, unscrew the screw, pop the wheel off, slide it in, job done. Screw it back together. So yeah, if you guys are in need of a thumb steer, download it. Spread the words, tell all your friends. I might even print a load and take them to that event. let's get back to that event. What were we saying? Beer and burger? No, burger. Oh, I thought you almost said beer then. That would have had me. The B-lock is some bigger tyres, I believe. I like beefy tyre. You nailed it. Oh, thank you. Do you have a 3D printer? MX? Yes, I do have a 3D printer. Here you go. Over there. There's a 3D printer. I have two. One is very old. Doesn't really work. I have a Prusa Mark IV. It's fairly new actually. It's only a year or two old. I kind of would like to upgrade it already though. I was wondering about messaging Bamboo Labs to see if they'll do anything for me, but I'm kind of dreaming, but you know, worth a try. Are 3D printers hard to use, and do you need a computer to use one? Yes, you do need a computer. I don't know if there's a way. Nah, I say that. Can you do it off an iPad or an iPhone nowadays? I don't know. I don't know about the Bamboo stuff. Maybe on the Bamboo stuff you could. Don't know. They're not hard to use though. They're not hard to use. Don't be too scared of them. They have come a long way now, and are very easy to use. And you'll pick stuff up as you go. Just realised the mistake I've made. The thing I would say, I'm not a massive one for sort of downloading files and printing them out. I tend to always create my own stuff, in which case it does take a lot more time to design things. But nowadays there is obviously huge numbers of files to print online as well. So I always seem to struggle printing other people's files. They never seem to work as well as your own files. But I don't know. Is the plastic filament expensive for 3D printing? No, it's not expensive. For a 1 kilogram roll, you're looking at between $15 and $30 probably. $15 for a cheapish plastic like PLA or something like that, or $30 for some of the more sort of exotic type filaments. So no, and a kilo goes a long way. When you start printing, the program will tell you how many grams of filament that you're using. I mean, this probably weighs like 10 grams or something like that. So, you know, you could print 1,000 of these, and yeah. So that probably costs, I don't know, people. What do you reckon? Less than 20 pence. I don't know what that is in dollars. A quarter. That probably costs a quarter to print, something like that. Next to nothing. Definitely nowadays, 3D printing. Where would we be without 3D printing? I don't know. I use it so often for creating things to fix issues all around the house or wherever. I love printing. I think it's such an amazing tool to have. Right. Hang on, I've gone back to the buggies. I should be focusing on this thing. I've got a brand new truck in front of me. Most important thing is to plan your printing, to store your filament, to keep it dry. Humidity kills filament. Yeah, I would agree. I agree. So, however, I'm not very good at it. I don't know how to dry my filament. I mean, I was going to say it's quite dry in here. In the summer, in the winter, because we have our central heating on, it gets relatively dry in here anyway. So it's like 45% humidity, so it is relatively dry in here, but I don't have one of those filament dryers or anything yet, so that is something that I would like, but so I hope that wasn't the wife, because I want to get this open. Right, let's get this open quickly. But yeah, keeping the filament dry is the ideal situation. You can still dry it though, you can put it in the oven and whatnot. I am just using those little crystal packets from Biosat. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I think, you know, if you keep the filament in a Tupperware or something like that, ideally, or a plastic bag, or I mean, if you use the filament up quite quickly, it's not too bad. Yeah, some filaments do absorb water, others don't. It's PLA, I think, is better at it, or is it the other way around? PETG. One of them's better than the other. First upgrade on. Now this is a good question, really, and actually, it's something that's kind of been solved by Endura for me this week. Has anyone seen the Endura +3 axles that came out yesterday, was it? I mean, it's hard to miss them. Like, just about everyone on this planet seems to post a picture of them on Facebook. There we go. So I've obviously got the Bronco. I've got the grey Bronco, which everyone's probably seen pictures of on my shorts, and I love that little truck. I should really grab it. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go grab the Bronco. Right, Bronco time. So that was my Bronco. I haven't done a huge amount to it. Shocks and brass knuckles, and that's it. The brass knuckles on the front were a huge improvement. That really did make a massive improvement. I think it gave me like 2 degrees of extra climb. My sons, we we haven't done the knuckles on this, but we've done the brass rings in the wheels, and likewise, I think that gave it about 2 degrees more climb as well. I think we've just done the wheels and the brass hoopy things. But do I spoil for you guys for the live stream? For the live stream, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of my secrets that are coming up. Consider this your membership perks as such, although you're not even members. As we mentioned earlier, I have now added channel membership to the channel. You don't have to do it by any means. I'm not asking people to do it. I'm not even expecting people to do it, but it is there. If you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. You get pretty much nothing. You get a couple of extra emojis that you can use on the chat, and I can't remember what else I set up on there. But it supports the channel and it helps the content keep coming and keeps me going. What was I talking about before I got distracted on that? Yeah, Endura. So I had an email. I saw the new axles had been launched, and I was literally just about to order some. They were like $50, and Yeah, they were like $50, which I thought was actually a pretty good deal, and it came with absolutely everything. It's a fully built axle, and I was just about to hit the button, and I looked at my emails, and it said you have an Endura order, and I was like, no, I haven't bought anything, and believe it or not, Endura have put an order through for me for a new set of axles. So I have got a set of +3 Endura axles on the way. Which is absolutely amazing. So there'll be obviously a review on that as soon as they come, and we'll be going on to the Bronco. So the Bronco, so the plan is Bronco kind of goes. I think it's going to have to go. I don't even know if the Bronco is going to have to go now. I might have got a full build without destroying the Bronco. That could be cool. Well, certainly, I think I only need to buy like links or something like that. But anyway, I think I'll probably take the brass knuckles off here and put them onto this. I'm quite liking this. I want to get this sitting a lot lower because I think it looks too high up. I'm not into the jacked up thing. Hopefully we can do that. And then the plan for this is to keep it pretty much stock. As I say, I'll probably just put those knuckles on the front and maybe some hoops in the tyres. But to keep it pretty much stock, because I do like the way that these look, but I'm going to give it a paint job. I want to do, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to do a paint job on it, I think. That's why I went for the black one, because I wanted a black solid base coat for the paint. So yeah, let's catch back up on chat. I'm using the I put the brushed Endura brush motor in my SCX30, and I really liked it for the price. Made it a lot faster as well. For the build, I have got, where is it? I've got one of these for the new Endura build that we're going to be doing. Box here. I've got one of these little 4000 kV 4000 kV, whatever you call it. So going to be using that. And then I got the ESCs, which I briefly mentioned earlier. Here we've got that. So nice small. This is the Nano AM32 25 amp from Fox Air ESC. So hopefully that should go with that. So that's a nice cheap brushless setup. If that ESC doesn't work for any particular reasons, I did pick up another cheap AM32 over here. I did pick up another one of these as well. These ones, I think this is what I fried the other day in the boat. So yeah, picked up another one of those. Just a little size comparison. I was trying to find the smallest AM32 that I could. I think it's a bit of a trade-off between slightly wider versus slightly longer. So one of these two will be going in the build. So yeah, that is that. Probably put those in with that. We've got the Endura Servo, so that'll be going into that. So this, yeah, this is going to be, and then we've got the Endura chassis as well. So that's going to be a build which I'm going to do probably start this weekend or certainly next week. So that was it. I prefer nylon axles with added brass, but that's really cool. Yeah, I gotta admit, the only thing that I'd say with the aluminium axles, I'm not an aluminium person, but my comp truck, my comp 20 SCX 24 comp truck has got aluminium axles, and it's done me very well over the years. So it's kind of hard to argue with that. I don't know. I'm certainly not going to complain about them sending me some to test. The width will be interesting for a comp build, yeah, I'm like kind of 50-50. I'm kind of on the fence with them. Kind of on the fence. I'm certainly not. If I put aluminium axles on, oh, that's a good point. I probably would have decided. I probably would have preferred to have maybe not the brass hubs as well, but I think they come with brass hubs as well. We'll see. We'll build it up. We'll see what it's like. Yeah, so that will be built coming soon. Onto the. I do like the look of this. I wasn't mad for these at the start, but when you get one in your hands, it's quite cool. Welcome to anyone that has just joined us. We're doing a little unboxing. Wheelbase. Are these the same wheelbases? Yes, they are. Those wheels are 100% different size, aren't they? Not even close. Yeah. Enduro have got to be. Does any? I know. You guys were saying there isn't a beadlock for these yet. Are there any other options for wheels yet for these? Or do we just have to go with... So when we saw them, me and my son saw them, yeah, I wasn't that fussed about the Bronco, to be honest. But there's something about the Bronco on the trail. It looks epic. It comes across so good in videos, and it performs better than the Jeep out the box. It's just something about it on the trails. I don't know if it's the colour. I really want a new body for it. Somehow I got these weird stress cracks on it. But yeah, I love the Bronco. It's been a fun truck to drive, and we've driven it a lot. But yeah, the K10 is way bigger. It's like almost a different scale. I don't know if I suppose it's pretty much the same. Width-wise, yeah, I mean, yeah, the offset on the wheels is a lot higher, isn't it? There's a lot more, the wheels are a lot wider on here. Look at that. There you go. Huge difference. Someone over at Crawler World had printed a Mark 1 Transit. Nice. That's cool. I've seen the 10 scale Transits. I'm a VW kind of guy, so it'd be cool to get a bus body on it. I do also have, it was a bit of a crazy week for SCX 30s actually. I have another project, SCX 30 project, that is partly on the way, and it will be a world first, I guarantee it, pretty much. So, don't know quite when that's going to get, well, the parts will get here quite soon, but Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I'm not going to give away anything on that. It's a part that I had. It's had a part. Hi John, how's it going? It's a part that I spoke to a company about, and they said they would make it for me, and they have. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, stay tuned. Good evening, hope you're well. We have been doing buggy stuff tonight, and then we have just unboxed a little new truck. Yeah, little SCX30 K10. I like it. Yeah, so the story behind these was that I really wanted one, and I ordered one and then was told they had oversold them, so I had to go through getting a refund, and then I found another shop that had one, and at that point I was like, I've got to have one, because I think they're not back in stock until like June or July. So it was like now or never, so now was the time for that. So I'm going to hide it again though, so my son doesn't see it and my wife find out. But yeah, I'm going to get back to doing a bit of work on the buggy, try and get this back together again. I'm starting to lose my voice. I've been chatting so much tonight. Good evening, anyone that has just joined us. I'm not going to be on for a huge amount longer tonight, but yeah, welcome anyway. Yeah, any questions, pop them down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I've got quite a few regulars now, which is really nice. Good that you can tune in. I'm trying to keep this fairly regular. Trying to do most Thursday evenings. It works quite well because the wife is normally up in London all day, and it means I get a bit of work, a bit of time now. How many micro buggies do you have in your garage right now? Too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just looking around for any more. Oh, there's another one. 7. Yeah, 7. And there's going to be 8 soon. There's another one coming. 2. Yeah. Apologies for the mess. I haven't tidied up for the last day or 2. There you go. There's a bit of a shelf of cars. Put a few of these back. Tidy up a bit. WL toy. I don't know if the WL toys really count. Do they count? They're just kind of there because I've not got a huge amount to do with them really. One of them doesn't even have any radio gear in it. Yeah. Shelving unit. That's something. Yeah, that's a little secret. Maybe at some point. Something I've been working on. The WL toys absolutely counts. Oh bollocks! I have 4 of those. No, WL toys doesn't count. Yeah, WL toys. I haven't driven mine since the first video. The best thing that I did to my WL toys was turn it into a hovercraft. Video coming up on that one as well. quite a lot of buggies at the moment. But they get a lot of use as well. Right. Well, I think we got the front end back together between all the chatting and yapping. Need to do the rear end now. Don't think I'm going to get it done in time. I say I'm going to keep on going until the wife gets home and I hear the door go, because I need to see her tonight because she's been at work very late. Thought I heard her come in. I don't think I did. Gareth, I think you could have a place as a super budget racing club where I am in Brighton. I think they could have a place. You see, that's exactly what I was hoping the WL Toys would be. I was hoping the WL Toys was going to be a super budget friendly racer. Sorry, something just fell off. Sorry, I thought I just had a massive spider on my foot. I was really hoping it would be a perfect budget racer, but with the quality of the electronics on the on the WL Toys, it's just nowhere near drivable enough to be a racer, and I guarantee it, people as soon as people tried a Micro B, they would understand and they would find the money to upgrade it. And I think it's just, I don't know. I understand exactly where you're coming from, but from my experience running the club as it is, those that want to race and a sort of, I don't know, we haven't been short of people wanting to race the micro buggies. I think if people are serious about wanting to race, they probably will be able to find £100. I mean, you can go the Spec B and microbe route, and be in it for under £100. You know, if £100 for a car is going to be too much, then realistically they're probably not going to be able to afford the £12 a night to race them. Is that a fair assumption? Don't know. I'm not trying to be like rude, or I don't want to be rude or anything like that, but I'm just saying that, you know, if £100 is too much for a car, then maybe they're not gonna, I don't know. I totally understand where you're coming from, but I really do feel that the performance on them is just not anywhere near. Do any of the Micro B parts fit with the WL Toys? Yes, they do. Big video on comparing just about every single component on the WL Toys to the Low C. I did that right back when they first came out. So Gareth, my experience on kids with the Micro Bs, it's been fantastic. we had, I think it was buggy racing. We had a heat of 5 kids racing buggies the other night. There's loads of kids with them that come racing at our club, and they absolutely love them. So yeah, I kind of still stand down with kind of what I said. I think if you're wanting to race, then I don't think trying to do it for under £100 is for getting a half decent like experience, because at the end of the day, if the experience is painful and the car's not doing what you want it to do, then I think that the chances of them carrying on racing and wanting to race is going to be dramatically reduced, which is where I think the Micro B is so fantastic, because the experience you get from racing it is almost like racing a 10th scale. Then the cost is very much justifiable, and that's why I feel like these cars are just so good. And I think the best way that I have found to get people into them is what we do on the Mini Zs, and that's just to have hire cars, but that kids can hire them and come and have a try, and then if it's their game, then they end up buying their own. I mean, at the end of the day, £100, you know, it sounds like a lot of money, but you know, the reality is, you know, what I don't know what the cost of a football shirt is nowadays, but you know, I'm not a footballer, so I really wouldn't have a clue. But I bet you can't buy more than 2 football shirts for the price of a Micro B, and you know, a couple of drinks in the pub buys you a Micro B. I think if people really want to get into racing, then you really can't beat it. John, Spec B fan, stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. Stay tuned. There is hopefully stuff coming from me on Spec B very soon. Right, I am going to wrap this up just about any second now, because the wife is going to walk in through the door, and we have been going for over 2 hours. What's the time now? Yes, over 2 hours. Steering link's popping off on the Spec B. I've got you there. Gareth, if you need to know about that, I'll cover it. Mr. Dope Smokes. Well, thank you very much. I can't quite tell. Oh yeah, I'm just on a live stream. Oh, okay, cool. Right, guys. That is the wife back. Gareth, yeah. Real quick. Here you go, Spec B. Lowered servo onto the bottom of the chassis. Re-drill the servo towers so that you can sit the servo on the bottom of the chassis. Spacer under the ball stud on the steering rack. Use the aluminium steering rack. It's a bit more solid and no slop in it. And then use the front arm of a Losi Micro B for your servo horn on the lower hole, and that will bump up the steering linkage. So it's really hard to see on here. Let me see if I can get a light on it. There you go. So that gives you lower center of gravity, and it levels out that steering linkage absolutely perfectly. It's completely 100% horizontal. So there you go, Gareth, on that. But otherwise, everyone, thank you very much for a fun evening. I will catch you all again live on Monday nights racing, and live on Thursday nights for a bit of a chat and a workshop session. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you very much to, who was it? I've forgotten, I'm really apologize. MX, thank you very much for your super chat. That was really appreciated. Really didn't have to do that, but as I say, really appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Otherwise, I'll catch you soon. Take care, have a good week. Over and out.